Hello and welcome everybody on today's webinar, presentation, training, and whatnot. We have a lot to do, so let's get started. I hope you all can hear me loud and clearly. I started 2 minutes later, but because so many people still logging in, and so I didn't want them to miss this information which we gonna put on today. All right, so let's get started. Now, I hope you all on the call are already in the business. If not, well, I hope this is gonna be so exciting for you that you want to join the business ASAP. Now, this is a first start independent business owner orientation training, many words as it says here, but when, of course, you get started with a business, with any business, really, what you need to have is at least some little steps, some little training in order to go ahead and put yourself into the position that you can actually do it. Because at the end of the day, in our business, in our industry, it is really important that it has to be simple. So it doesn't really matter if it works for you, if it works for somebody. What's more important is that it actually duplicates. And so the big thing is we have to get a large group of people to do a small, simple action step. A large group of people to do very simple, small action steps. And this is what will create duplication, and this is what will create a long, stable business. I'm in the industry since 12 years with Utopian Global, well, in the industry longer. Obviously, that is, gosh, a long time, really since, I guess, 2003, something like that. But with the business, of course, since 2008, planning 2007 already, so a long time. Everything comes down to one thing, and that is to having a system. A system, how to generate leads, how to be able to talk to prospects that are leads, of course, as well, to acquire these skills to do so. Because no matter if you're a really great presenter, no matter if you have amazing company presentation tools, no matter if you have the next superstar business model, whatever, presenting for you, and she is Miss Universe or whatever, it doesn't really matter. If you cannot get a contact to willing to be listening to either a presentation, to be willing to reviewing a tool, to be willing to go on a freeway call or whatnot, nothing you can really do. So this is really the first step, what you have to learn. And that is what we need to show anybody who actually is joining us in, of course, this business as a business builder, as an affiliate. So the moment somebody joins as an affiliate, as a business builder, that is a business builder, an affiliate, that's why you join as an affiliate, otherwise you can join as a customer. But if you join as an affiliate, that means you either wish to make some extra couple bucks, you wish to fire your boss, you wish to have more holidays than you can currently afford, you wish to pay off debt, or whatever you want to do with that, or you may wish to, get rich. That could be also the case, and certainly this opportunity gives you that as well. So the system, the pipeline system, and this is really everywhere, anywhere in this industry, is be able to find and contact, of course, prospects and leads, and then to be able to obviously get them to watch something, get them to actually act on something. In our case, we have here RWR, that's the Real Wealth Revolution system. Currently, this is under construction, so we have something else, which I'm going to show you just quickly here. That is the plastic to fuel. This is what we currently use as a system, basically to drive traffic through, so they can actually look at something and not needing to listen necessarily to your presentation or to my presentation, right? So we have this. Now let's go ahead here with my slideshow. This is the Real Wealth Revolution. Soon this is going to be the Real Revolution's website, so you will have your extension, your own extension toward it. In the meantime, we use that, and then of course be able to follow up with that person, and then sending them more information or to another presentation, or maybe to a home event, to a live event, to a webinar, whatever, follow up, and then helping them to sign up and duplicate the process. Okay, that is the process. Now that can be done in, of course, the same day. That could be done in the same half hour. That doesn't need to drag on necessarily for days. It can drag on for weeks, but it doesn't have to. Okay, so but this is the system, the pipeline system. Of course, we always start, when we start the business, with making a list, at least a small list of people, and we want to keep continuously adding on that list. But this training is not to show you how to building lists. That is another training for that. Just right now, immediately write down 20 names. And then of course we have things like tools, and we could, for example, use that, create our own cards, handout cards, turn trash into cash, for example. That's really calling when people get this handed out. Wow, turn trash into cash. What does it mean? Well, the waste plastic problem is enormous. Truly that is. Over 300 million tons of plastic is produced each year, 40% landware. I mean, of course, 75 and in landfills, etc., etc. And so they're reading that out, are curious, and sure, what do? Everybody's on their phone nowadays. We live on the phone, or we don't go to sleep without phone, except me. But that's the truth, right? And so they're always going into straight away Google and Google everything. And so this is a very great thing, where you don't even need to learn any skills to say something. You just can be quiet, hand out a card, or maybe leave the card somewhere, but probably hand it out because you want to get a card back. And you have basically there a person who most likely will go to a web page and most likely will come back to you, or you go back to him and check out if he actually went to that website. And then you can continue, of course, with the presentation. So this is, of course, the plastic to fuel, which I was just talking about. That will be soon subsidized by the Real Wealth Revolution funnel system. Meanwhile, we use plastic to fuel.energy. And now let's get into how to get appointments almost 100% of the time, because this is what this makes you, this breaks you. This is key important. Unfortunately, most people are not willing to learn what it takes. So if you just were to learn, again, you don't need to become the best presenter. No, you don't need to learn all that. Eventually you can do that, but not in the beginning. So what if you just, all you had to do is just learn a few phrases, what to say, and a 2-minute presentation. That's it, a 2-minute presentation. I think everybody can do that, right? Everybody can learn a very short presentation. Because let's face it, prospects, they hate sales presentation, and of course they hate sales people. I mean, myself, I always tell the story. If I go and I don't really like go shopping. I must be the only woman on the planet who doesn't like to go shopping. I do not like to go shopping. If I go shopping, I go shopping because I know I'm going to shop probably 10 pair of shoes at the same time, very fast, so that I'm very fast out of that place. Why? Because I just can't stand shopping malls, and I can't stand salespeople. So since I cannot stand salespeople, I guess there's many people here on the call who probably feel the same. And I feel for them because, you know, people, they try to do their best. Yet, of course, we hate being sold. It's our nature. So, of course, as you see here, those are the reasons basically why we don't like to be sold. It wastes valuable television watching time, or now it's not anymore so television watching, it's Netflix watching. I should change that there, this word television for Netflix. Or it might be something that they are not interested, they hate change, leave me alone, I'm fine in my little world. They hate salespeople, they would rather spend time with families, they're too busy, they don't want to spend money, etc., etc. So what prospects are thinking when we try to set an appointment and when we try to call them and we try to come across wanting to get this appointment or wanting to talk about our opportunity, well, what do they think? Well, you're trying to sell me something. I don't want you to go to an opportunity meeting. It will be a waste of time. You're trying to get your high pressure sponsor to sell me something. I'm safe. I don't go to a conference call or webinar. They will convince me to join a scheme. I don't want to spend money on anything. It will embarrass me if I decide not to buy the product to join your business. I'm not interested. You will continue to follow up and harass me until I am disgusted and may our friendship end. So those are things which, of course, which people, prospects do think. And why do they think so? Again, because this is human nature. So what do our prospect three basic questions are? When what we really have to get across when we want to get an appointment, when we want to be able to expose our opportunity, our products to them. What questions do the prospect need to have answered? And that is, of course, what kind of business are you in? How much money can you make? And exactly what do I have to do to earn this money? Okay. Why? Because this is just like in a job. In a job interview, well, let's say I apply for a job and, well, let's say I start the job. Don't I need beforehand to know what kind of business this is? Don't I need to know how much money will I make if I accept the job? Don't I need to know what exactly does my work contains? Of course, these are the basic questions in any job interview. And this is nothing else actually here. So basically, this is very similar, and this is what you need to understand. You know, really, really key. So prospects are pre-sold. They want what we offer, of course. So let's make a list of actually what they want. Certainly, they want to have better holidays. Okay, definitely. Everybody wants to have better holidays. I think the only person, this is Andy from London. Andy, if you're the call, I call you out, doesn't matter. The only person I met ever is who doesn't want to leave London, who loves just to stay England, is Andy. Andy is a downline offshore, so I think you're the only one. Other than that, no, this is like better holidays. Everybody wants that. Or some people want to have, you know, make their car payments, an extra paycheck. They work out to work out, of course, their home instead of going into traffic. Pay off their debt, recognition for their efforts, recognition. People die for recognition. A community of positive people, help the environment, and so many more things. Okay, so why don't our prospects take advantage of our wonderful offer when we offer our really great, amazing thing? Have you ever wondered yourself, well, why don't they just join? Why don't they buy gold? Why don't they can see that the monetary system stinks, that we are living in the matrix? What's wrong with these people? Why don't they understand? Didn't they just saw in 2008, 9, banks fall and their money, they couldn't get it out and they still don't buy gold? Why? I don't get it. Why? So, because they don't hear us. We talk too much, we talk them out of it, we lose their attention, and their minds, of course, they drift off to other thoughts. And of course, we have Instagram. This we didn't have when we started with the business, right? We have Instagram, we have Snapchat, we have TikTok-toe. What is it? Tick? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Facebook, etc. So that's why we got to learn eventually how to use magic words. And I used those, or I learned those magic words actually a long time ago at one of the presentations I was at the MLM Mastermind with Art Yonak in Dallas. And there I got to meet Tom Big Al Schweiter. And Big Al, he's really famous, of course, on those magic sentence, those magic words, this 2-minute presentation. And he's very funny as well, a very funny dude. It's a shame I didn't put the picture here, but I will put the picture in my next training. Anyhow, so I love it quite a lot. And it really dawned on me, well, why so many people struggle to actually get appointments. Because they actually never really learn the skills. And of course, this also, they are simply not willing to learn a few skills. We are not asking much, a few skills, okay? So there's a magic words which you can play, for example, what always works because it puts the fear mindset, you know, we are all those hunters. We are in fear mode all the time. Right now is virus. It is fear time, with fear putting to you all the time. Or maybe it is Russians put this bit of the corona seed out, or maybe it's the Chinese. It's coming from China. Oh, right, okay. Anyway, I try to be funny here as well, German humor. So I have some good news and I have some bad news. Imagine that we are talking to a couple, and the conversation drifts. We have a conversation with them, it drifts on our business. Eventually our business comes out. So we could, of course, arrive at their attention with opening words such as this: I have some good news and I have some bad news. And the couple we are talking to, we are interacting with, well, what? Give us the bad news first, please, because that's always the case. Give us the bad news first. We say, well, you know, the bad news is that no matter how hard we work at our job, we will never have enough money to retire. Inflation is higher. The law of math just is impossible. The good news is that second income makes it easy. That second income makes it easy. So how do we get the second income? You see, now all of a sudden, magic words. I have some good news and some bad news. Works. How do we get the second income? It's asking for the presentation. Have some good and bad news. Oh my, what is it? What's the news? Well, the good news is with this business, we can work out of our home 24 hours a day. The bad news is we will miss our boss and our fellow employees at our current jobs. And of course, most likely we'll get the answer, no problem. We can live without that. Tell us more about your business. Have some good and bad news. Again, speaking to a couple, just a moment, let's turn down the TV volume. What is the news? The bad news is that car insurance, medical costs, taxes keep rising and our paychecks don't. But the good news is we can start a part-time business and start getting the big-time tax deductions the large businesses get. That can help us a lot. And the couple, but that sounds good, but doesn't that take a big investment? And we, of course, more good news. We can start a part-time business with no overhead and almost no start-up cost. Wait a moment, let's turn off the TV. We want to talk now. So those are just little plays how to engage, of course, the people. Now, more bad news and good news stuff. Let's say I talk to a coworker and say the same deal. I have some good news and some bad news for you. Coworker says, you know what? I can handle some bad news. I work here the same dirty job as you do. So tell me, what's the bad news? Well, you know, the bad news is that the boss wants us to work overtime on Saturday again. And this happened to me many times when I was working a job. So he will get a bigger bonus at the end of the year. He is building this big house for retirement. But the good news is that I found someone who could help us start a part-time business. So we edifying someone or something could be also the case, and give us an escape plan. I'm having a coffee with her tomorrow. Do you want to join me? Absolutely. I have to start doing something because my life, instead of I have to start doing something for my life instead of the boss life. Absolutely. So you see those word plays, once you learn them, and you just need to learn a couple, and as more often you do practice it, as easier it will come to you. It's gonna go so easy, like it's second nature to you. Not in the beginning, but it will get there. So it's all practice, 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 practice. Okay. Another little words which grab attention. There are two types of people in the world. Are there? There are two types of people in the world. What does this say, or what does it mean? Or what am I wanting to say here? Well, if we throw something like this in when we're talking to somebody, there are two types of people in the world. Okay, what's next? They want to learn more, right? They're not shutting off. No, don't want to hear nothing. Okay, what's next? So our prospects can choose which group they want to be in. They can continue their lives, of course, as they are, or they can raise their hands and volunteer by saying, hey, tell me more, right? So there you have different scenarios, which I have put for you as an example. Look, there are two types of people in the world: those who try to get by on one paycheck every month, and those who know how to get a second check. Oh, how does this work? What do you mean? You see, it all triggers more questions, and it triggers that you will be able to give them a 2-minute presentation. There are two types of people in the world: those who fight traffic every day to work from home, or to work to a day on work and from work, I mean, and those who enjoy work out of their own homes. You see, I'm already too long working from my home, so I can't even relate anymore to this driving, but I had this time as well. So no, don't you worry, I had this as well, but it's just a long time ago. Now, there are two types of students in the world: those who graduate with huge student debt, especially the US and Australia, and those who graduate with a part-time business that pays off their student loans. Which one would you rather be? Another one: there are two types of people in the world: those who complain about money and those who know how to get more. You can just guess what your prospect is going to say or ask next. Guess what? Another great wordplay. Guess what? Well, what? Tell me more. What? So pretty simple. Guess what? I mean, everybody hears guess what. We always use on a daily communication, guess what? I mean, it's just words which we don't even need to think. We say them so often in a day. Guess what? Well, let's say we talk to a prospect. Guess what? Prospect, of course, tell us what's happening. Well, I'm going to start my own business with no risk. I will start part-time to be safe. Okay, what's this about? What are you going to do? Or guess what? I give up. What? What do you mean? I'm going to start a new career. Working here is just not my future. Oh, really? What are you going to do? You see, they're asking us for a presentation. Or guess what? What? I got my first bonus check from my part-time income or part-time business. I'm going to use it to pay off some bills. Oh, really? So what is that part-time business of yours? They're begging us for a presentation. It's so simple, really. It really is. Well, you know how? Another great role play. Well, you know how it always rains on weekends, and today we have snowstorm here. You know, I could have said very well, you know, how it always rained, how it's never sunny in Germany. I just put it out today in my Facebook. You know, how it's never sunny in Germany, and why I need to be never longer than 1 week in Germany. So why is that? So, well, you know how this job takes up most of our work week or week. Well, you know how hard it's to go ahead now. Well, you know how tired we get in the afternoons. Well, you know how weekends are so much fun. So those are great things, and the prospect will only agree to you and say, yeah, true. And of course, ask us for more information. Another way you can use a word play is this. Look, this may or may not be your cup of tea, but I recently started a new business. I thought you might be interested also. What is it? Tell me more. Or not really. That's also totally fine. Doesn't bother you. This may or not be your cup of tea, but I just found a way to start a part-time business that won't interfere with my job. It's something you would like to check out also. This may or not be your cup of tea, but I'm giving up commuting and going to work from my home. Do you hate also commuting? This may or not be your cup of tea, but have you ever thought about being your own boss? This may or not be your cup of tea, but I think I might know where we could make a lot of money. Yeah, where? This may not be your cup of tea, but this is something that you could help us, that could help us retire early. We say us, because you may talk to your co-worker and you are still on a job, right? Very often this is the scenario. So another one, great one, is don't take my word for it. Oh, okay. Don't take my word for it. So it's not me telling, right? It's somebody else. It's something else. It's another person. It is maybe somebody important. It is a whatever. It's credibility because it's not from me. Don't take my word. Look at what the expert's saying. Don't take my word for it that it's great opportunity. Instead, look at the proof. The company offers 100% money back guarantee. They wouldn't be doing if they were not confident on your success, which is the case. When people you have sometimes saying, oh, I don't know, I'm not sure, whatever, don't take my word for it. It's a great opportunity. Instead, look at the proof. The company offers 100% money back guarantee. But here's even a better idea. Instead of extreme budgeting, why not enjoy the luxury of a second paycheck every month? See, we have the 27th of February today. My mom, she just came home. She's now at the opera, but she's every Thursday she's working at a voluntary place. And that's a voluntary place where she works at the station where it's like secondhand clothes and stuff like that. But the whole place basically is a food stamp. So people get food stamps. They are able to, with their food stamps, so they have their little identity card, and with their food stamps, they can get bread, they can get, of course, groceries, whatever, it is on the food stamps. And then twice a week, they have like a flea market or a secondhand or whatever it is. Not only secondhand, because it's all new stuff there. So like a flea market, let's call it a flea market. My mother, she volunteers at a flea market. So she works morning to evening there. At the flea market, and basically, so they get like, for example, I don't know, like right now with Carnival, so you had big supermarkets, they would have Carnival clothes and whatever, so they could then pick up, or because now it's Carnival, right? But then they have like what winter clothes, summer clothes, whatever, and on clothes, basically people come which have no money and which have this identity card, and they can then pick up stuff, right? And maybe they pay 50 cents or euro there, maybe a little bit less, and etc., etc. So it's not all free. The food stamps, that stuff is free, but the clothing is not free, so you pay like a few cents for it, right? But lots of donations going there. What I'm going to say is that so voluntary is really great way, of course, to learn a lot of skills because you're doing work actually for free. But what I'm wanting really here to say is with that, so my mother, when she volunteers, and so when we do our business, when we teach people and learn people the skills for our business, because it's also, of course, time we spend, time I spend, time when you train spend, so time we get paid for this is what we get paid for, of course, from our efforts, meaning this is what we get paid for, basically our bonus checks, because we are sharing that. But what I mean by that is like, so our business is about helping other people, right? It's by helping people show an opportunity. It's by helping people get rid of their debt, by helping people to make an extra income, by helping people, have a better life. And so what I was saying is, today is the 27th of February. Yes. So today my mother just said, it's just unbelievable. People have no money anymore. So they can't, they are there and they are bargaining this. I mean, it's already cost just 50 cents or just €1, and it's totally new, brand new clothes, a brand new jacket, leather jacket, for example, today she had brand new, and they would they have like some in the pocket, they have 50 cents or less. So this happens here in Germany as well. So don't think this is different. It's not. It's a worldwide phenomenon which we do have. At the end of the month, people having no money left. Okay, so where I'm going with that is, again, the opportunity. Here's a better idea. Instead of extreme budgeting, why not enjoy the luxury of a second paycheck every month? Their main paycheck is not lasting. Their main paycheck is not enough anymore. So many people looking for an extra income, right? So this is an amazing way, of course, how to do it. But of course, we need to teach them some skills. Consider this: company jobs aren't secure as they used to be, right? Especially now, okay, of course, we have coronavirus already having companies shut down. Why? Well, because they either can't get inventory out of China, they need to produce certain things, which is their business. Car industry is already putting out reports. It's getting lower sales because, of course, they can't sell to China, and it's a wild. It's of course it's like a cycle, right? So consider this: company jobs aren't as secure as they used to be, and we want the financial security of a second paycheck, right? Or consider this: commuting is wasted time that we will never get back. Which means, of course, in our business, when you start our business, you get a sponsor, which means you have an experienced person that can help you start if you decide to do that extra business to earn that extra pay job. You can create a part-time income with us, which means you can pay off your credit card debt faster. This business is simple, which means you can explain it in really only 2 minutes. This business can grow, which means you can eventually work out of your home instead of of course, going to work and commuting. For example, let's say you continue at your job until you're 65. Do you think you will have enough retirement savings for another 20 or 30 years? For example, even if you get a 5% raise this year, it won't keep up with inflation. And you know that. For example, if everyone in the office works harder, only the boss would get bigger house for retirement, not you, right? So those are all word plays which, when we present, when we expose, when we talk with people, we can use. Everybody would agree that when you say, for example, let's say that you continue your job until you're 65, do you think you will have enough retirement savings for another 20 or 30 years? People's answer is no, I don't, right? Because it is not enough. People work ever harder and longer. Another great wordplay is, do you ever have the feeling that something isn't quite right? Well, what do you mean? So look, there I was 40 years old, or there I am 40 years old with 20 years of work behind me. And what did I have to show for my 20 years of hard work? Mortgage payments, car payments, and no money in savings account. And here I go, and I'm thinking, this isn't right. I need to make a change. And that's why I looked at this part-time business. Tell me more. You see? But there's a catch. Great phrase as well to use, because it is sort of somehow, there's a catch to it. I knew it. There was a catch to it. I knew something was too good to be true. I knew it. There's a catch. So the thing is, when you say there's a catch, well, you actually have your prospect's attention. So he, in his mind, always negative, always thinking, well, what is the catch? What is the thing he's not showing or she's not showing? Well, so now I'm actually calling him out. Well, here is the catch. Eventually, you can do our business full-time out of your home. This sounds good, but there's a catch. You will miss your boss and fellow employees at your former job. No, not really. That was the catch. Okay. Or you can earn more money in your business than you can at your current job. But there's a catch. It could take several months of no income to lay the foundation of your new business. Okay. So what do? We're setting an expectation. We're setting an expectation for the person. An expectation, okay, yeah, this is the chance that I can make more money than in my current job that sucks. And I have no job security. I don't know how long I will have this job. But yet, if I was going to do that and learn a few skills, a couple of things, and I have a sponsor who's going to teach me, okay, I understand I'm not having money for a few months, but I eventually can make more than I'm making at my job. You see? How very different mindset when you use, of course, today's word plays. But here's the problem. I knew it, the prospect is thinking. I knew there was a problem. What's the problem? Well, to get extra money, we have to work 2 or 3 jobs, and there are only 24 hours in a day. The solution is start a part-time business. The business can grow while we work a full-time job. Sounds something you would be interested in, open to listen to? But here's the problem. It's easy to get discouraged by building a part-time business. That's why I recommend 15 minutes of personal development every day. And we do. But here's the problem. We have skills for different we have skills for a different profession. Now we are starting a new profession, network marketing. We will have to take time to learn new skills. Okay. Another great phrase to play with, if you don't, what do you mean by that? Well, if you don't do a part-time business now or start a part-time business now, how will you get the money to invest for your retirement? If you don't do something now, how will you get your money for your retirement? If you don't do something now, how are you going to start building your own business or start building your own business now? How much longer can you put up with your dream sucking vampire boss? Okay, this is a little bit exaggerated, but we have to do a little bit exaggeration to put a smile on the other side's face as well. If you decide not to start a business to work out from your home now, do you think you will somehow start to enjoy your 2 hours of commuting every day? So there's different ways how to, of course, do that. And what a great thing, and what often we come across, and a great thing we actually want people to come across is, what do you do for a living? I love when they ask me, what do you do for a living? It's just perfect. Why? Because right there, I can actually basically give them a presentation. What are you living? Well, you know how things are so expensive now. So what do I do? Well, you know how things are so expensive now. Yeah, things are damn expensive. I have to spend so much more money than just a few years ago. You see, gold is the perfect solution, right? Anyway, so let's get ahead here with, well, you know how things are so expensive now. Yeah, agreeing, you want them to not. Well, look, I show people how to have a second paycheck so they won't be stressed out about money. That sounds good. How do you do that? Or another way, of course, so look, again, it's a storytelling. Suppose that you wake up in the morning and think, I like my home, I like my family, I like staying around them, I hate leaving for work in the morning and fighting traffic. I waste 2 hours every day in bumper to bumper traffic feeling stressed. What would life just be if I could work out of my home? No more stressful commute time, and I could be with my family. Well, what I show people to do is how to make this dream come true. Oh, really? Well, how do you do that? What do you do? Tell me more. You see? And here's another short story. You know how jobs interfere with our week? Not only do they take 8 hours of our time each and every day, but grind of commuting makes it even worse. When you finally get home to see our family, we just feel exhausted. So I offer people a chance to work out of their home with their own home-based business. And a lot of people like that option. So this is a very soft approach, not too stressed. And you, of course, choose the approach which you want. And you don't need to all what I show you here right now. You can all have that. All this information is available for you. But you can just look at what you like and adapt it to what you like. Always, of course, in like this is taught here, but you can then, of course, choose what you like, and you have 2, 3, 4 things which you do remember, which you do rehearse, which you do a little bit role play, which you try out, and that's what you work with. From there, you're going to learn more. You don't have to know all that what I teach you now. It's just to get your mind working, to get it triggered, and that you understand where I'm getting with that. So are you ready for some examples? I guess, I hope, yes. Let me see. Are you sleeping all, or are you ready for examples here? Show me your hands if you're sleeping. No, show me your hands if you're still attentive. Okay, let's see hands here. Okay, Lizzie is attentive, Liana is attentive, all others are sleeping, all right. Clan, you're attentive, Eddie is attentive, Eduardo is attentive, good. All the others are sleeping. Well, I have many others on the call, you're sleeping. Jacob is attentive, great. Natasia attentive, Motsi attentive, Annette attentive, Olubola attentive, Reggie attentive. Okay, more people. Come on. Sleeping, attentive. Andre, you're not raising your hand, so I'm going to call you out, but I can because we know each other 12 years, so I have the right to do so, I guess. Okay, who else? All right. Okay, Stafford, stay. Don't see your hand. I'm not seeing your hands. Don't be shy. Hope you're not sleeping. Evelyn, you're not raising your hand. Darren, and you're not raising your hand. Who else? All right. Stafford is not raising her hand. Right. Okay, so let's get going. So ready for some examples. So let's say we are at work, which most people are at work, and our co-worker says to us, I hear you started a part-time business. So what's all this about? And of course, we are ready and we are prepared. We can say, look, I can give you a complete presentation, but it would take an entire minute. When could you set aside a whole minute? Of course, the co-worker, what will he say? He replies, well, now it's good. Right now, doing the coffee, right? So he's feeling released. He's not stressed that you want to sell or pitch him anything because it's only going to be 1 minute, right? So very, very good, okay? And now, of course, the 3 questions in the co-worker's mind are obviously, what is in for me? What do I have to do? How much money can I make? Correct? So let's go and look at this example, 2 minutes or 1 or 2 minutes presentation. Let's look at this. If you want to earn an extra 500 euro a month, Anthony, I would say, let's say if my co-worker would be called Anthony, if you want to earn an extra 500 euro a month, Anthony, you have to do those 3 things. All right. Number 1, don't change. Be yourself. Just continue to recommend the same stuff you do as your favorite books, music, clothes, whatsoever. Number 2, what we do is we show people how to get out of their debt and clear up their credit without having to pay more money each and every month. Everyone wants to have a debt-free life, wouldn't you agree? Sure. Number 3, what you have to do, all you have to do is help 3 families a month enroll on our 50 euro monthly asset accumulation plan so they can start reducing the debt immediately. And they're getting paid from our income producing assets. Oh, tell me more. And if you wish, you can add a number 4. If you wish, don't have to. If you wish, you can add a number 4. Look, you better get your passport updated because now you will have the extra money, spending money you need to travel in style. And then you would earn an extra $500 a month. Sounds like a plan? Very simple. Not stressful. You told them what? You told them they don't have to change. They can continue the same things they do anyways and every day. So that means a relief for them. Okay, because I don't want to have another job. Because I don't want to do any sales business or go door to door or whatever. Oh, I don't have to change. So now the prospect is open, right? And now the second thing is we show people how to get out of debt. Okay, so you're explaining basically, yeah. So we show people how to get out of debt. That means we're making money. Clear up their credit. Yeah, we don't want to have so much credit on our credit card or debit or whatever. Without having to pay more money every month. Everyone wants to have a debt-free life. Yeah. Number 3, all you have to do is help 3 families. So I show 3 families how to also get rid of their debt and accumulating assets where they can get paid from. That sounds like a deal. And on top of it, I can travel in style. Sounds just about right. Another presentation. Look, Stephen, if you want to earn an extra 1,000 euro a month, okay, you have to do these 3 things. Number 1, don't change. Be yourself. Continue to recommend the same things you do as your favorite music, favorite place to buy clothes, whatsoever. Number 2, look, I'm in the energy business. What that means, we show people how to turn waste plastic into usable energy, help the environment, and make money by getting paid from income produced from the recycling of these plastics. Really? I want to know more about that. Number 3, and all you have to do is to help 3 families a month enroll on our 50 euro monthly plan to turn waste plastic into energy so they can start making money immediately. How simple is that? You like that? Come on. You like that? You think you can do that? Type in, I can do that. Or raise your hand again. Can you do that? You like that? Eddie said, I can do that. Good. Absolutely. Eduardo, yes. Lizzie, yes. Absolutely, you can do that. Very simple. I have more examples. Of course I have. So I always have. So, but it's pretty simple. The first thing always stays the same. If you want to earn an extra 500, if you want to earn an extra 300, if you want to earn an extra 100, you can make the number whichever you want to do, right? And number 2, I'm in the energy business. What it means is we show people how to turn waste plastic into usable energy. Or what it means is, well, we show people how to accumulate assets in the energy sector, which pay us residual income from the energy produced. Aha! And all you have to do is help 3 families also get on an energy plan, a 50 euro asset accumulation plan to turn waste plastic into energy, or to accumulate income producing assets in the energy space. Bingo. That's easy. That's not difficult. And you show them to a presentation. No, prospects don't want to go to a 30 minutes boring webinar I do for the company. No, they don't want that. Okay, and I agree to that. I wouldn't want either. The company webinars are there for once you're already an affiliate, yes, or you're already a prospect which totally is joining up, is just getting the stuff ready. This is more so a training and education. You learn more things. You learn, you see Bill speaking, you see Ryan speaking, you get more information. It's not to send the prospect to, okay? And that is later on the stage. Good. More things I see here from people. Slides are passing a bit fast for me. Will they be available? Yes, sure, they will be available. Absolutely, Eduardo, they will be. All right. So closing and getting the decision. 5 minutes to go. You all have heard this. I need to think it over. We will get back to you. I need to research this more. We are not ready to start yet. Let me ask my friends first. Oh my God. My spouse and I need to talk it over more. 99 euro and they need to talk it over more. Oh my God. I haven't had a chance to look at it. Is there a video or more information you could send me? Sure there is. So choosing. When we start a business, we make up or guess what to say our prospects. Amateur distributor uses, of course. So what did you like best about what I showed you? Would you like to join? My sponsor made a lot of money and we are unique. Come on. We are 12 years in the business. We have a global business. We are all over the world. Why not give it a go? Professional distributor says, choosing to move forward is a choice. Choosing not to move forward is also a choice. Choosing to start building your part-time business tonight is a choice you can make now. But you can also make a choice not to start and settle for the current commute to job until you retire. Aha. So let me go back to my slides. I need to think it over. We will get back to you. I need to do more research. We are not ready yet to start. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. Let me ask my friends first. So now we go into, well, you could end your close saying choosing to step out and become your own boss is a choice, isn't it? Prospect agrees, yeah. However, you can also choose not to do this and continue to work for someone else. I don't really like to work for somebody else. Choosing a dream vacation with us is a choice for your family. But you can also choose to continue taking your vacations the same way that you did last year. Choosing to join our business and learn new skills is a choice. But you can also choose to stay where you are. So you see, you give them choices of choosing. They can either choose to change, choose to actually, because they stated before, they don't like their job, or they don't like being in traffic, or they rather stay at home, or they would like to see their family more often, or they would like to go more on this holiday, etc. So they said that they agreed to all of that. Well, now they said, I need to think it over. You need to think it over? Well, you know, choosing to start building your part-time business tonight is a choice you can make now, right? But you can also make a choice not to start and settle for your current commute to your job until you retire. Or you could also say, so what's going to be easier for you? It's also a great close. And then give your prospects, of course, the different options. Option 1, continue life as it is. Yes, it's making a decision not to do anything, but notice this is a decision. Or option 2 is take action on our message. This would be a decision to buy or to join. So you're telling them what they have to do. They can do option 1. They continue their life, which they already told us and confirmed at Saks. or it's not what they want, or it's not satisfactory, or it's not really fulfilling, or they are not making anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, you understand what I mean. So, and option 2, take action on our message. This would be a decision to buy or join. You tell them what they have to do. We have to tell them what they have to do because they are not doing it alone. We have to tell them. Example. So what's going to be easier for you, Frank, to continue fighting traffic every day for the rest of your working career, or to get started tonight to begin the countdown to firing your boss so that you can work from your home? Of course, that one. So what's going to be easier for you, to ask your boss for a 50% raise, or to start your part-time business now and get the money you need? So what's going to be easier for you, to continue fighting this traffic every day until you're 65-year-old, or to start a part-time business tonight so that next year you can work out of your home? Those are simple clauses. Choose the one you like and rehearse it and train it. So what's going to be easier for you, to continue to try to get on your paycheck, or to start a part-time business that will have extra money? Very easy, not salesman clauses. Very easy. Here's another way to give our prospect a choice. When they make their choice, of course, there is then no more procrastination happening. Having extra paycheck either works for you or not. So what do you want to do? You asked, so what do you want to do? Having extra paycheck either works for you or doesn't. Yeah, sure, everybody wants to have an extra paycheck. Of course it does. Being your own boss instead of taking orders from someone else either works for you or not. So what do you want to do? For me, that was probably the biggest thing. I just like, for me, one of the biggest thing was just hated when some people told me what to do. I just always felt like, oh, I want to be my own boss. Another one, getting paid what you're worth either works for you or not. That is deep. Getting paid what you're worth either works for you or not. So what do you want to do? I want more money. Reducing the risk by having a second paycheck either works for you or not. So what do you want to do? Very good. So we've probably all heard someone say, I don't see myself doing that. I just can't see myself doing that. And that really just means they really can't visualize. They didn't get your presentation. They didn't understand it. You talk too much. You talk them out of business. So they don't see themselves. And this leads, of course, to definitely a no decision. And to get their visualization back on track, to get it going, is you have different things which you can do, of course. So look, Simon, how will you feel when you walk into your boss office tomorrow and tell your boss that you cannot fit him into your schedule any longer? And Simon, who is anyway frustrated with his boss, is going, yeah, that's what I always wanted to do in my life, to fire my boss. Or another one, how you feel when your entire family sits down at this all-inclusive resort to eat and you don't have to worry at the restaurant's bill? Or how will you feel when you tell your children this vacation will be at Disney World? How will you feel when you can sleep at, this is my one, how will you feel when you can sleep in until 7:30 every morning because you don't have to fight commuting traffic any longer? Well, for me, it's more like 10, but because I'm a night owl, work too long in gastronomy. So for me, it's not the early morning, it's the late evenings, 2, 3 a.m. That's what I like. Everybody to his own. I just hate it, waking up in the morning. But this is all my family. My mother is the same. My grandparents have been the same. We are not morning person somehow. Anyhow, so this was my thing. How will you feel when you know you're earning a bonus check every time your neighbors turn on their lights? Could be another one. So you got to make it then, of course, and choose the one you want to learn and you want to rehearse. Does it make sense? Does it make sense to get started now so you can get your first check next week? Great closing. Does it make sense to get started now so you can get your first check next week? Does it make sense to stop hoping for 50% pay rise because you're not getting it? Does it make sense to add a second income to make retirement easier? Or another clause, if not, if going to work, paying the bills and saving the leftovers works for you, great. If not, let's talk. If working for your boss, commuting and getting a weeks of vacation every year works for you, great. If not, we should talk. Do we want to risk doing nothing? Do we want to risk our financial future by having all of our income in one place? How will we deal with increasing prices if we don't have a second income? You don't have to take advantage of our business, but you might be thinking, if I don't join this business now, how risky is it to depend on my boss for huge raises so I can make ends meet? We could say as well, so what's going to happen to people who decide to risk everything on their own income, on their one income from their job? I will let you take that risk if you decide to limit your sources of incomes. So great ways how we certainly get the prospect thinking, because if you tell the prospect, so what's going to happen to people who decide to risk everything on their own income job and their one income job? And you may already know, maybe your job is at risk. Yeah, because maybe this even whole business you're in is going out of business because, you know, look at how many industries went out of business. Look at the video industry, the Blockbuster and whatever they were calling. I mean, look, everything is changing so fast now. Could be just might be your industry. So we could very likely say, so what's going to happen to people who decide to risk everything on their one income source? I will let you take that risk if you decide to limit your own income sources, or you better take this opportunity which I just showed you. And here's the bottom line. Nobody's going to get a 50% pay raise this year. We have to do something on our own to get ahead, right? And here's the bottom line. It can take years to get a promotion. However, you can promote yourself as fast as you want in our business. And here's the bottom line. If we keep doing the same things, keep going to the same job, nothing is going to change. Or here's the bottom line. At 50 years old, you can't save enough money to retire. True. You need a second income. Are you okay with long commuting time to work every day for the rest of your career? Are you okay with not having enough extra money to fund your retirement? Are you okay with working 45 years like your parents? Those are also questions they hurt, meaning we don't like them, meaning it gets into our pain. It's painful. It's no, I don't really want to. So it really makes us thinking, I may better take this opportunity. I may better do something. This is what these questions are really here doing. And that is basically what I wanted to show you here today. And I know we are over the hour, so I have to stop this now, but it's just, it's a lot of information, yes, but I gave you a ton of different things, and you now with this information go and pick what you like. You pick what you like best, pick nothing else than 3, because 3 is a great number, 3 everybody can remember, and you pick 3 things which you want to use. 3 things, that's it. You pick 3 things which you want to use. Not that difficult. And of course, that 2 minutes or this 1 or 2 minute presentation. You own that 1 or 2 minute presentation. You learn that 1 or 2 minute presentation. You rehearse that 1 or 2 minute presentation. You do this 1 or 2 minute presentation. That's it. And you will see, if you do it that way, you will have better results. And in our affiliate group, which we have on Facebook, so you need to first go to Utopian Global in Facebook, go to like Utopian Global, you will see that there are two groups. One for affiliates, active affiliates, that is, you must be on an active 50 euro monthly, otherwise they don't let you in. Or another group, which is then the challenge group. It's the 3 months challenge group. Again, you must be active as well as an affiliate. And you can post your examples there. You can post your experiences there. You can post questions there. We are here to help. We're going to refine them. We're going to give you tips. No, do it this way. No, maybe it was better this way. This is why we're here for. That's why it's so important for you to learn. We want you to be successful, obviously. If you are successful, we are more successful. If we are more successful, what? The company can buy more assets, which means what? You will make more money. All of us will make more money when the company buys more assets. No brainer. So do we want to share it as many people as possible? Yes. Do we want to be able to better share it, to have better results? Yes. So just learn a few skills. Only pick 3 things. That's all I ask you. All right. Correct. Eddie said, train it until you can get it wrong. Yeah. Please send me the PowerPoint to translate and also the recording. Yes, Eddie, you will get the recording. Cleanse has asked, when you have, say, 3 families, do you mean 3 people? Yes, it could be 3 families, 3 people, because often days, families do things together. It would be nice they do things together. So Glenn, it could be 3 families. It could be also in the 3 families alone, they do 3 asset accumulation plans. So what we really, of course, saying is 3 people, because we have the example with the 3 people, teach 3 to do 3 to do 3, right? But families always sounds more, family. It sounds nice, right? And that's what we want to always come across. So people, I have not made it through the presentation I wanted to go through, was too much, but we will work on that. So with that, thank you so much. Thank you for staying on so long time. And obviously next week is going to be a new presentation, a next presentation, and we will have the PowerPoint here in the affiliate groups on Facebook, the affiliate group on Facebook. So if you are not yet in there, you got to go to Utopian Global on Facebook. You got to like Utopian Global. You will see the Utopian Global affiliate group, and you will ask to join. There's 3 questions to answer. You answer the 3 questions if you accept the rules. If you are an affiliate, active affiliate, and there's 1 more, which I forgot. And then they will let you in, or they will reject you. As simple as that. So they will reject you if, of course, you're not an active affiliate, because this group is really for people who are affiliates, so they learn. But of course, we have here some people who may not active, who are just checking out our business. So I invite you to get started, obviously, with the business, with the person who ever invited you, and you will see you getting some great training for life, really. And it's going to make a difference if you do, of course, what we suggest you. So with that, I say thank you, guys. 1 more question. Great presentation. Thank you, Eduardo. Will it be able in Facebook groups? Yes, it will be available in the Facebook group in a few minutes from now. So thank you, guys, and have all a fantastic evening. Andre, thanks. Sorry I did call you out, but you know me. Okay, bye.